I just did this full reading for Gemini, and I have to start again because my phone just conked out, which is nice of it to do that. Okay, so to begin the energy for the month Gemini, we have the Ten of Swords. So this is about feeling defeated. It's an energy of feeling overwhelmed and stressed with anxieties and depression as well. You could be feeling with the Nine of Pentacles as well, quite alone, quite disconnected from the people around you, the people in your life. Almost like you feel in a way that no one is you're having a hard time expressing or communicating with people that you expect to be close to you. Just a lot of feelings of feeling alienated or isolated, I feel. And you could also be feeling this about someone as well. And I'll go more in depth into that one. When I first looked at this situation, I really felt like the feeling of it's like you feel like you're talking to people, but no one's really hearing you, no one's listening to you, or it feels like they're speaking a different language. It's and I also feel like this emotional stress and anxiety is something you're keeping to yourself, and it's this and that's what's making the burden feel even more painful. In your unconscious space, we've got the Nine of Cups. So again, this is about, I feel like this is kind of a frustration for you because you feel like you have everything that you want. You feel like you've got the perfect job or the perfect relationship, but you're not happy. And that's the decision that you made in these situations were decisions that you thought at the time would make you happy, perhaps to do with more material things or even the ego. Yellow represents the ego self. And you're really beating yourself up about it because these are things that you thought that you wanted, but they're not making you happy and they're not filling whatever. There's something in you that isn't being fulfilled, which is kind of feeding into this self-deprecating kind of energy. We've got the Knight of Pentacles as your conscious energy. So this is in reverse. So there was kind of a misdirection at some point. I feel like you were going down one path and then you veered into this one, and you're really thinking about the road not taken right now. And again, that's feeding back into the depression energy. You're really thinking of like, what if, almost like you had a goal, or perhaps you even lost sight of yourself. I'm hearing like a groundedness, like you kind of got taken. It's like your values or your something to do with your values or something to do with this sense of self. It's like I get this energy that you've gotten to a place where maybe you're not liking the person that you've become, or because of the situation, it's really making you realize that the more truthful path, or the path that perhaps felt better for your gut, that was more truthful to yourself, you kind of veered away from that. And that's why I'm also getting this energy of like superficiality. So it's like focus that you kind of went into the focus of the you got taken away by the shiny things, if that makes sense. You kind of got distracted in that sense. But definitely, if that makes sense too, this could be a relationship or career as well. In this part of the reading. But yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, I definitely feel like misdirection. You felt, yeah. I don't have to repeat myself. Sometimes I do that in readings. We've got the High Priestess in reverse. So this is in the past. This is about not listening to your intuition, not listening to your higher self. Perhaps there were signs along the way and you just chose to ignore them. That's okay. Like obviously this sense of the image that's coming in my mind is like a millionaire who's on a huge yacht, and they have this big house and they're sitting on their own, and they're like, but I'm not fulfilled on the inside. It's all these material things, but I'm not, this is not feeding me. That's an image that's coming up for you, Gemini. With the High Priestess in reversed, it's again, yeah, I feel like there were signs. You were getting nudges, but you kind of ignored them, and now you're in this space where, because you didn't listen to your intuition and your inner guidance, that's why you're feeling disconnected from yourself and therefore disconnected from the people around you. And you could also be looking at the people around you and kind of doubting whether or not they're their intent, kind of not being able to read their intentions in regards to you as well, and that could be quite disconcerting for you, and you could be feeling a little bit insecure about your relationships as well because of that. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So Seven of Pentacles in reverse is you set your intentions, you sowed seeds, you invested in something. It could be a work thing or a relationship thing, any kind. It doesn't have to be romantic, but you sowed seeds and you invested in a situation, but it's not coming to, you're not seeing the results in the way that you wanted or expected them to, and they're not, or at least if you are, it's not the results and expect the things that you wanted, and now you know what you do want. So you're kind of getting a little bit, the situation's kind of helping you become a little bit more clearer on what it is that you do want, which is a good thing, but it's definitely a weird energy to be in and a bit difficult to, uncomfortable to go through. We've got the King of Cups for your surrounding energy. So that this could be definitely you being in an emotional space right now. You could be emotionally erratic at times because of this pent-up energy and this frustration that you don't feel like you can communicate with people. So you could be having like some emotional outbursts at random times of the day. You could be just shutting down emotionally from a significant person or people in your life as well, and just not communicating at all. You could be really just, I'm just seeing like this full on disconnect there. And also you could be feeling a little bit suspicious of the people around you. That's an aspect of that I'm thinking, because I'm kind of seeing him side-eyeing the reading in his little image. But also this could be, this could actually represent a person. So it could be someone, there could be someone in your life. I'm hearing counselor. So I don't know if you're getting therapy or you're thinking about getting therapy, but there's definitely a male energy, and therapy is the word that kind of came to my mind, if that's something you're going to be looking at this month, Gemini. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles for like your current energy. So I feel like these decisions that you made to do with career or relationships are to do with like family. It's to do with the kind of wanting to show, impress your family or show up to your family. Like, hey, look how sorted I am. I've got the house, I've got the whatever. And that's why you're beating yourself up, because it's like the decisions that you made were for that community, but it wasn't for your inner self. And that's maybe why you're feeling guilty, because you don't want to let people feel like you let people down, and you don't want to disappoint people in your community or your family. We've got the Queen of Wands and the Strength card in reverse. So this is your space for your hopes and your fears for this month of December. Your hopes are self-confidence, but your fear, you hope to be self-confident, but it's interesting because I don't feel like you're feeling confident at all. I feel like you're feeling incredibly insecure. I feel like your self-esteem right now could be really taking a big hit. And with the Queen of Wands, I feel like I'm getting this sense of bravado and feeling like you need to kind of overcompensate. Also, the Queen of Wands is someone who is so confident and is so self-assured that it's almost like they, again, need to hide their emotions or what they're going through just so they can like put on a fun face. It's I think the advice card with this situation, I would say, is just stay true to yourself. And if you're not feeling good, don't pretend to be happy, because it's just gonna make you feel worse in the end. And I'm just hearing be true to yourself, be true to yourself, be true to yourself. That's the big message with this reading, and that's the big lesson for this month. But definitely, yeah. So there's those cards. And then the outcome card for the reading is the Page of Wands reversed, and then the Queen of Swords in reverse. Queen of Swords upright. So the page, as an outcome, I definitely feel like you're at risk of acting out and being a little bit immature this month. I feel like because you're feeling so low and insecure, you can be at risk of making kind of childish or not very well thought out decisions, to say the least. So that's something I would be clear on, I would look at and consider for the month. And the Page of Wands in reverse could also, I'm picking up on like drama and gossip. So it's really important that you kind of stay away from any dramas. Definitely, because you're not feeling so good about yourself, you could kind of engage in those practices just because it will make you feel better. But it's only a band-aid, and it's not, you know, going to fix the problem, because the problem is kind of within right now. And we've got the Queen of Swords. So as an outcome, I feel like towards the end of the month, you'll gain more clarity, as I said before, on what it is that you do want. And you will make a decision to do with cutting something out. That's the only way that you're going to be able to heal this, is just by making a clear-cut decision to cut something out. It could be the drama, it could be the gossip, it could be the job thing or the relationship thing. But there's some kind of decisive energy that will happen, because you're going to realize that you can't keep going on in this way, and you can't keep hiding the truth from yourself anymore, because it's really having a big impact on your mental health. For the bottom of the deck, we've got the Eight of Cups. So this is about emotionally moving on. So this decision that you're going to be making, the Eight of Cups is about a new beginning. It's about moving on from emotions in a situation that doesn't serve you. So once you kind of realize that this superficial or this situation and these past decisions that you made are not serving you anymore, you're going to be walking away. But I feel like this is you'll be afraid to be alone. You'll be afraid to kind of take the risk of kind of going out on your own and on your own journey, and maybe you might be afraid that you won't get the support, as much support as you would from your friends or family, which is why you got in this mess in the first place. But I think it's going to be an exciting journey for you, and you're going to kind of moving into the new year, it's going to be the space of you learning more about yourself and how to be authentic to yourself, and realizing that when you make those decisions from your intuition and from your gut, even if it means that you're going to have to give up, you know, material things or superficial relationships, it's going to be better for you in the long term. So that is your message for the month, Gemini. I hope that helps you and gives you some kind of clarity for the month. Please, in the comments, let me know how you felt about the reading, any thoughts and comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can also like my Facebook page at Tinkered Tarot. So thank you. Bye.